Hello everyone, this is your Thillion here from the Buildcraft server. Just to show you the use of a sorting system and filtering out your items into different chests. As you can see here now, I've got a preset or pre-laid out setup here for you to look at. This is a sorter. In a sorter it uses colours to tag items. So for the likes of copper, iron ore, coal, that's all being tagged with this green tag. Clay, flint is being tagged white. Cobblestone, brown. So the different colours will just be used to tag systems as it sends it along the pipe. So for the likes of the yellow then will get filtered into these two sets of chests, pink into these, white, green and brown and so on. Now there's much more than just these few colours I'm using, but this is just an example. The brown is the bin and it has a filter attached to the end on a timer, so whatever I don't want can be fired into this lava pit. In order for the sorter to work, it needs power. The power it uses is bluetricity. Bluetricity comes from solar rays. So I have 3 set up here that are powering this. Now that's overkill. You don't even need a full one of what I've got here to power this fella. You can just use about 3 or 4 I think, and that'll be enough to keep one of these powered. Then you have your pneumatic pipes. Pneumatic pipes can be painted to these different colours, so the sorter can actually know where to send everything. The advantage of pneumatic pipes over Buildcraft pipes is pneumatic pipes, when it detects no storage, so say a pipe gets blown up by a creeper or a chunk hasn't loaded like this, the sorter will not send an item down the pipe. It just won't happen, so therefore you won't get items being spit out all over the place. So for example, I'm going to show you a few things here with the minerals or the more rare type items, so you can see they're tagged green. Okay, so if we go to our chest and I offload these items in here, now you'll see there's some other things, but I'll explain those in a bit. So if we turn on our timer, and you'll see that the items are getting spat out. So say a chunk doesn't load, see, there you go, look at that. Now it just pushes it all back into the filter, or sorry, the sorter, and the sorter will then not send items back out. It just can't, like, it'll find there's nothing it can go to, so it shouldn't be offloading. And there you go, see now, and it stopped even with the timer going. It's not sending anything. So once it detects then that there's a connection made again, the items will actually get sent out and they'll get filtered off. So once this is in place and this is up and running over even a distance of like 10, 15, 20 chunks, if a chunk doesn't load, the sorter won't send stuff. It's as simple as it's just far superior to Buildcraft pipes, where they don't have this detection system built in, and it isn't protected then from loss of these items. And this then also reduces the amount of lag that would be on the server. One of the things you can do with a filter is to see the way I have different numbers set for different items. The sorter itself will not take cobblestone out of the chest unless it's got 32 or more in it, and it'll do it in bunches of 32. So for example, if we go and put in a stack of cobblestone here, fire that up, you see it'll take the 232 but still left 8, and off it goes into the bin. Now when it reaches this point here, we have a filter. This filter has nothing set to filter, so it just takes stuff and, as you can see, fires it into the lava pit and just gets rid of what you don't want, and therefore those items are destroyed. Now I'm just using a lava pit there, but other people have used recyclers, so they just have everything else that they don't want to keep going to a recycler and giving them scrap, and then they filter that off themselves later. So I'll just turn that off for the moment, and that's our filter system and what you should now be using going forward. It's far less expensive than the Buildcraft pipes, because you don't need diamond for your diamond pipes to filter your items in different directions. It is much more easier to manage. It just makes the system much easier to work with, and I think personally it's far superior than the Buildcraft pipes, even though you do still need Buildcraft pipes for some other things later on. And that's the filter system we would expect to see to be started to be used in all quarries.